goes to...
We're here to fuck shit up.
Well, I'm no John Burgundy.
John Burgundy. John Burgundy.
Can't have my cornbread, that's for damn sure.
And now for our feature presentation.
Hello, people, and welcome back to another edition of Two Cinnamon with Love. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you. If you're watching,
Watching
ooh,
Ming.
watching
Ming.
okay,
That would.
all right. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. Okay. Yeah.
Again,
And that was me. That was not me this time. Anyway, I'm Jamal here with Sir Alec.
Hi.
We have canceled John Burgundy on the boards.
Don't say that. Just say John Burgundy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, we got a fun one today. Yeah, I know. It looks like, wait, what? We're wearing the same clothes. Yeah, we're poor. Get used to it.
Oh, God. We're spending money on movies.
For your entertainment.
Yeah.
For your entertainment.
Hope y'all happy.
But no, what's going on? You know, what you guys been watching? What's new in your worlds?
Yeah, gentlemen, what's up?
So for me, actually, I've actually caught up and watched a lot of films since we last shot the episode. I watched Mickey 17, and I thought that was a really spectacular film.
Nice.
Saw it in theaters, and it was definitely different from Parasite. Now I know why some people wouldn't enjoy it as much as they thought, because it was more like, I would say, like satirical, comedical.
Comedical.
Or comical, sorry.
Just inventing words here.
I mean, yeah. So overall, it was one of more of like a fun watch and like a good film to watch and all that. I think Robert Pattinson did really well in it. Like, for him to switch on and off those like characters, or like the different versions of himself, and like especially the what's it called, like the way he talks, the speech. I was like, whoa! It was he sold it for me, and yeah, just overall a great film.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. Mark Ruffalo did his thing too. It was pretty hilarious.
He did that. Like his little dance he did.
Yeah.
It was spectacular.
Yeah, we're all filled with sauces, by the way. Okay, there's unlimited sauces out there.
You want my sauce?
When you watch it, you'll get it. But I gave it a peak.
Wow.
I thought it was peak. Yeah, it was really good.
What did you give it, Alec?
I gave it a peek as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to
please
check it
do.
out.
After that, I watched The Help with
Jamal Davis.
there you go. Yes.
Octavia Spencer.
Yes, and
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Correct. It was I've never seen it, but I realized that's the film that Viola Davis won her Oscar, right?
No,
For that one?
Octavia
No.
Spencer won for that one.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Viola
and
won for Fences.
Fences. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she had the spit coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, spit and snot. She was really going for
Yeah,
it.
she
Oh,
was,
wow.
she was into it, man.
I need.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the next one I need to watch.
Yeah.
But I thought that one was pretty well as well. It was different, and like different. I mean, like it was a little bit of a slower pace. Oh, and I didn't know that Bryce Howard was in that one.
Bryce Dallas?
That's Dallas. Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah,
She got the shit pie.
yeah, shit pie. It was a fun watch. It was a good watch. Definitely interesting, and I also gave that one a peek. It's pretty good watch. I watched Good Will Hunting for the first time.
Really?
First time in forever.
First time.
And man, that was
Wait,
also
first time
fun.
forever, like the first time ever.
First time ever. Sorry, I'm just making shit up now, man. My words are just not my words are not worded today. But it was a first time ever that I watched that film. I know it's been a movie out since like what was it like
Late
19
90, like 97.
Yeah, 97
Yeah.
exactly. And I know a lot of like movies and shows reference it and all that, and like I never knew why, but like the only thing I knew about it was like about some smart janitor. That's the only thing I knew about it. And so like when it did it in like the first like couple of minutes, I was like, oh, I thought that was the whole film about him just like, people discovering that he was a genius or whatever. But then I saw more of it and I was like, oh wow, this film has a lot to say. And
Rejecting his
yeah,
intelligence and wanting to move forward.
and yeah, it's crazy. Matt Damon did his thing.
Co-wrote the script with Ben Affleck.
Yes,
Cousins.
and
Cousins.
Yes.
and
Lovers, some
and-
would say.
and
Alabama
continue.
style.
Robin and Robin Williams did amazing. Like wow, like
Yeah, it's incredible.
for the person that he
It's
portrayed.
not your
like,
fault. Shit hits.
Shit hit. Yeah.
For
Jonathan,
the
Jonathan, it's
uh,
not your fault.
okay,
It's
thank
not
you,
your fault.
thank you.
It's not your fault.
Stop it! I know it.
It's not your fault. No, that's
Like
a
it
great
was
scene.
very emotional, very very good. And now I know why that movie got like nominated for like Academy Awards and all that.
Mhm.
Definitely very good.
Won their first Oscars for that screenplay.
Yeah,
At
like
a very young age too.
to me that was like that back then version of like a real pain, as in like it's something like that can happen to anybody. It's like an ordinary almost story. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah,
yeah,
very realistic.
very realistic,
grounded.
and it was just crazy. It was really good though,
Mhm.
and I like that Matt Damon would like drive these like therapists and saying like I can't work with him. I can't.
Him going out
you-
about
yeah.
like the war.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That was very good.
But that one I gave a peak cinema.
Yeah.
That one definitely
I agree.
deserved a peak cinema. Like
Mhm.
man, it drove me to tears, and oftentimes, and I was like, damn, it was really good.
Pussy.
And lastly,
And a very emotional movie.
lastly, I watched A Complete Unknown.
Mm.
I finally watched the.
What are your thoughts on that?
So, Timothy definitely did his thing.
Mhm.
But again, it's maybe because I don't know Bob Dylan as much that I can't like put him on like the like what's it called, like the how well he's playing him.
Yeah.
Like in Elvis, everybody knows Elvis, and like we know his like mannerisms and all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and like like yeah, the famous
Thank you very
like
much.
way he talks.
Yeah.
But for Bob Dylan, I'm like, I don't really know much about him, but I mean, I guess that's exactly how he is and all that. But
Pretty accurate.
that he I guess took those singing classes, and you could like tell that he like practiced singing and all that because
Mhm.
he did really well in that as well.
Mhm.
And I didn't write it down, but I don't know why I kept on going in this like biopic thing, but I saw the one with Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash.
I walked the line.
Yeah,
Walk
yeah.
the Line. I watched that one right after it too, and it was funny because I forgot that they both reference each other. Not like but Johnny Cash and Bob Dylan both reference each other in their like biopics
Yeah.
of like I guess they
Well,
one
They
made
have
the other one
Johnny
famous.
in it.
Yeah, yeah.
They're both. Johnny Cash is in both of those movies. I don't think Bob Dylan's in Walk the Line.
No, yeah, he's
Yeah.
not. In, yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, and yeah, both though seeing those kind of like side to side was just like crazy and amazing to me. I didn't know that Johnny Cash was like kind of like had his career like later in life, not like as early as
Yeah.
Bob Dylan did.
Mm-hmm.
But different, I guess, styles of music, but both portrayed really well.
Mhm.
I haven't given Walk the Line a rating yet, but I would give A Complete Unknown a mid peak. Mid peak, yeah. It wasn't my cup of tea, but it was done really well. But Walk the Line, I would give it a peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was that one was done a little bit better. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Same director.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dan Mangold.
Wow. Really well done.
Like, wow.
No, because like I could like kind of tell now because I mean like if he did obviously he did Walk the Line first and then the Bob Dylan one,
Mm-hmm.
like he referenced that part
Yeah.
about the writing the letter and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I'm not trying to cut you off.
no,
Um,
I'm done.
I'm just wondering if Dream got on the table and got some of the tacos because we left it pretty close to the edge.
We did leave
So,
it just right there.
Alec, you just continue.
Yes.
Well, I watched The Electric State.
Oh, okay.
Star directed by the Russo brothers, starring Chris. Yeah, exactly, right there. Not even like ass. Like we should have an ass button. But mid. Yeah, it's Russo brothers, Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
And he's returned.
Wow, that was quick. That's because Dream ate all the tacos.
But yeah, this movie, not much to say about it. It's just bad. It's a bad
Wow.
movie.
But the crazy thing is, it has like a somewhat okay cast. Like I
It's a
mean,
good cast.
Giancarlo's and like but wow.
See, my boy Giancarlo need to stop accepting these stupid ass villain roles. It's like the fucking second time this year he played like a boring ass villain who like be like a tough guy, just very cold, and just like gets killed off like towards the end of the movie. Or he didn't get killed off in Captain America, but it is.
I was gonna say Captain America.
Basically like a nothing character, really. It's just like I don't know. He's this man. A man of his talents deserves like a character with more range than what he's been taken and being given. But I mean the visual effects are great. I guess that's where that $320 million went into.
Golly.
I assume we're talking about the electric shock or state.
I wonder why I muted you.
The Static Shock.
Oh, whatever. the fuck
No,
it
the
is.
Electric State. Yeah.
Glad I walked out on that one.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, maybe I'm talking about something he doesn't care about.
Well, you guessed correctly.
But no, it's like Chris Pratt basically playing like this Han Solo type guy. He makes the same pose and everything. Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he even makes like a similar pose that Han Solo does with his gun. I'm like, this is straight out Han Solo. But he has the hair of a shaggy dog.
Oh Lord.
It's very weird. And Millie Bobby Brown. Did we have to put Millie Bobby Brown on Fraud Watch?
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, is she as good as I thought she was in Stranger Things? I'm just saying. That had nothing to do with her as like a person or anything, or like I don't know if she's choosing like bad like roles or just like I'm just kind of like.
Well, like I said,
You're not great here.
the only thing I've ever seen her outside of Netflix is Godzilla.
I forgot.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I'm not going to those movies for her. I'm watching for
Oh, yeah.
Monkey beat the shit out of the Lizard Man.
That's not the thick lizard one though.
The thick lizard.
The thick lizard is.
Oh, you gotta get the thickest lizard.
Oh, what is it? -1.
Yeah, but Godzilla -1. That boy is thick. But no, yeah, I don't know. Like, jury's out on Millie right now. We'll see what else she does after Stranger Things.
How old is she?
21, 20.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
When you think
she's done a
about
lot, but in that the amount of time since Stranger Things started.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You got Ki Hui Kwan in the movie. He's just there, and then Stanley Tucci's the villain of the movie. He doesn't. I mean, he tries to do something, like he's acting, but not really. It kind of feels like he's kind of making fun of the script as the movie's going along. Yeah, like then you got Woody Harrelson as Mr. Peanut. That was spectacular.
I like Woody.
Oh.
You get
Not Mr. Peanut.
You won't like him in this because he sounds like he's doing a Jimmy Carter impression the entire time. And he shook hands with Bill Clinton. That was funny. What the?
Like Bill Clinton robot or
No, Bill Clinton. They did the Forrest Gump thing where they like superimposed them in the old footage.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But yeah, bad movie overall. Don't watch it. Like it's not worth it. But
I had a question.
Mhm.
Does Ki Kwan play the same type character that he does in Loki? You know, that little like science thing.
yes, actually,
Because I like
That's
they
pretty
eerily
fair to say.
similar. So eerily similar.
nerd. Yeah, he plays a nerd. But no, I think he's better than Loki though.
Okay, good.
I think his character here is like nothing, but yeah, he plays like a similar like techie guy that's helping out the main characters.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I started watching Jamal get excited. The Pit.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Started watching The Pit.
Now I'm in it. Now I'm in it.
Standing ovation.
See, like before this show, I'm not like really into like procedural shows too much.
Mm.
You know, like each episode. Okay, don't look at me like that. Each episode, thank you. Yeah, each episode is of a procedural, like like Law and Order or like NCIS or something. It's like
Right.
each episode is like a different story, and then like it starts off with one case, and the case ends at the end of the episode. Then it starts off with another one. I'm not really into that. I was kind of like that could be background stuff for me.
Mm.
But this one, The Pit, is far more linear. It's because you're gonna make me laugh because I'm not gonna get through this. but yeah, it's basically like the setup is like 24, but it's all set in one location. You look so stupid. Stop. I'm not gonna continue talking about it. I'm making that face.
You hear that? He's not gonna watch it no more if you stop.
All right.
You're not gonna make me want to watch the show anymore.
Okay.
But no, yeah, it takes all place in one location basically for 15 hours, 15 episodes. But yeah, this show's pretty great. I can't lie, this show's pretty damn great. I didn't really know what to be because I don't know. Max hasn't put out the best content lately, but now it's a great show. I love like all the characters, all the actors are really great, and
Nice.
especially what's his face? The guy that always gets like shit on him, like in every episode.
Yeah. Whitaker.
Like Whitaker,
Yeah.
He's really funny. Like every episode, he's getting like blood on him or like some kind of spit. Then he always has to change his clothes. It's like it's a real good running gag.
What episode are you on?
I want to say 8. I'm a little behind yet, but yeah, I'm on episode 8. But yeah, it's very good so far. And I also love I forget her name right now, but Bryan Cranston's daughter.
Yes,
Oh,
Dr.
wow.
Dr. King.
Dr. King, yeah. Like when she went outside, she's like, I'm a savage, ratchet bougie. I was like, what? then the reveal of what her character is going through, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But yeah, and then Noah Wiley,
Oh,
the main character. I've seen some people. I guess there's a lawsuit going on against it because there's like it's made by a certain person that worked on ER, the original show. Like that like ER was like the gold standard of like medical shows back in the day. So he used to be on ER.
Yep.
And I guess that somebody's like trying to get a lawsuit against the Pit for like making it like a pseudo sequel to ER. I didn't really think of that at all.
Yeah.
Really, besides that connection that Noah Wiley is in the show. But yeah, he's fucking great in the show. He's really, really good.
Man.
I can see him winning like an Emmy
Wow.
for this show for sure.
100%.
Yeah, he's spectacular. And yeah, I really enjoyed the show so far. I
Damn,
can't wait for more. I'll have more when I finish up. Get more to that because I'm sure it's almost.
The season's about to end,
right?
like I think they're coming up on episode 13.
Yeah, episode 13.
Yeah, absolute peak.
Yes.
I guess I should hop on the train.
Yes, you should, because
I feel like everybody's starting to hop on the train. Like I told my parents to watch it; they're really enjoying it. And I saw people on Twitter tweeting about it. So yeah,
Really?
it's catching on.
that show, there is no letdown.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It is go every single episode. And I don't. You finished 8 or you're at 8?
At 8.
Man, when I watched 8, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I had to check it out.
Like 8 is a heartbreaker. Episode 4.
Episode 4 is good.
What happens in 4? Oh, well,
The one where it's like, what's that one? The one where they're like, you killed Matt. I think that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just it. You're on episode 4.
I'm on that one. Okay.
Oh, okay. No spoilers then.
Man,
Man, but yeah, that latest episode. Well, so the latest kind of 2 episodes. My goodness, man. Yeah, this show's amazing.
This new show that came out this past week, The Studio.
The Seth Rogen.
The Seth Rogen show.
Oh.
And this is a show Seth Rogen plays an industry guy. He works at this studio called the Continental Studios.
Sounds like something out of John Wick.
Yeah. But yeah, it's called Continental Studios, and he just recently found out that the head of the company, the head of the studio, it was just fired, and they need to find a new studio head. And Bryan Cranston is a big executive guy, so he's like, hey, I want you, Seth Rogen, to be the new studio head, and I want you to make this certain movie. I don't think I want to spoil it. The movie they're making because it's hella funny.
Okay.
But yeah, so now we just see the adventures of Seth Rogen as this studio head, trying to make shit happen in this hectic environment, and you guys definitely watch this show because this is hilarious.
Okay.
It's it's like making fun of like how fucked up the modern moving system is, and just like it feels like Entourage, but without like the probably like say like the crass humor.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like not as like more classy in a way. Because Entourage goes to places like, ooh.
Yeah.
What about like a modern version of Hail Caesar? You know how like in Hail Caesar,
I can see that too.
Okay,
It's
okay.
like, it feels like that as well. But yeah, it also has a bunch of actors in it. Scorsese's in the first episode.
Oh wow.
Who else is in it?
As himself?
Charlie Theron, Steve. Yeah, they're all playing themselves because they're all in Hollywood. And
So it
everything.
is like almost like an updated Entourage, but not kind of.
Yeah, and a lot of the show is done in one take as well.
Yeah.
It
wow.
kind of feels like Birdman, like the way it's like shot, and then like the music, the score is also like has like that jazzy drum score to it, and also the second episode is also hilarious because it's just like they're trying to get, because we've all been there trying to get that one shot. And
One
when the sun's
opportunity.
going down and that lights, you're losing light, and you're also losing time.
Yes.
A lot of wonders lately, yeah. But yeah, it's it could come like wonders can come out as gimmicky to me, but I feel like the way the studio uses it is very well done. But yeah, I highly recommend you guys watch it. It's probably gonna end up being like one of my favorite things this year.
Me and Alec were editing Circle of Sinners.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, Hugo behind Jonathan. If you're wondering what that mannequin head is,
Yes,
he is a vital part in the movie. Hi, Hugo, right here. Boom.
God King Hugo.
And so Alec was talking about Entourage. So I think you put on like
I put on like the first 2 episodes.
yeah, like
or
the
so,
first
yeah.
2 episodes. They're super quick too.
Mhm.
It's like 25 minutes. But we were editing, and so I couldn't really like sit there and watch it. And then I was like, oh, okay. I had always heard about it. I'll go back and watch it, or I'll go watch it. And that shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that they could not say or do now.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, Jeremy Piven is
Ari Gold.
he is gold.
Yeah.
Like every time he is on the screen, I'm looking and just seeing what he's doing, because he's so fucking good at like being this agent who you think is just like this snobby, like, stuck up kind of guy, but then it's like, no, he really just cares about like
No, he cares about his boys.
Yeah, he cares about his boys.
He has a heart of gold.
Cares
Or-
about pun intended.
gold.
he cares about his family like super much.
Mhm.
And there was one episode where he was like I'll tolerate liars, but I won't tolerate cheaters. And like one of his friends like was cheating. He was like, man, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, like you would think like this guy could go get with like any fucking supermodel, but no, yeah. Really good show.
Mm-hmm. Okay, like him and Lloyd
Oh
together is like
my god, yeah.
comedy genius every
Fucking
time they have a scene
he
together.
shits on Lloyd all the time. And probably is just the most
the most
horrible ways.
racist, like
Yeah, just
those racist
just-
ass things he said to them, but it's always funny.
so homophobic. It's just it's crazy. But no, I'm already on like season 7.
You're all dead. You damn near done.
I've been flying through.
Yeah.
that thing. And I picked up on their method. Every single season finale, Vincent goes off to do a movie.
Mm-hmm. Then
Every-
comes back.
Every single time he comes
Mhm.
back, and then shit gets crazy, and then it takes off again. But no, really funny, super hilarious. Just like some of Jeremy Piven's antics,
Mhm.
it's just hilarious. Turtle is funny as shit. Drama is amazing.
Drama's also my favorite character.
There's so many
Yeah.
there's so many gifts that I did not know that came from that show.
Oh
Like
wow.
which one?
The 50 Cent,
Oh, yeah, the 50 Cent. Oh,
50
yeah,
Cent
the-
driving off. The victory one.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so many like good ones. So if you want to watch something, Entourage, 8 seasons, episodes are about like 25 minutes.
Didn't they do a movie
highly
too?
recommend it.
Yeah, they did a movie.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which one's your favorite season so far?
Ooh, the Aquaman season was pretty good. I think that was like season 3, maybe
Yeah, season 2.
season 2.
Yeah.
I kind of
That whole Aquaman thing.
that was crazy.
Man, $1 billion. That movie predicted the future. I mean, that show predicted the future because Aquaman
Right?
did end up making $1 billion.
Crazy. I'd probably say like 3 or 4. But all of them have been pretty solid. E was a little kind of like it was kind of like okay.
I like E.
I like him.
He's annoying in
Yeah.
that and then like this kind of like little brother kind of way.
Yeah. But then like you kind of see like all of their evolutions, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And then that's pretty much all I've been kind of watching. The Pit and Entourage. I've just been binge watching that. But I will get back on Severance now that the season is over, so I'm gonna get back on that. I need to get back on Yellow Jackets as well. So mainly for me, just a lot of shows. I think the next movie that I want to see is probably Warfare. And I watched West Side Story.
You want to review it real quick?
Yeah, as a musical, I didn't hate it. I could see I think because I had to watch Wicked and fucking Amelia Perez, it was like musical after musical after musical. I was like, damn it, Alec.
Why are you blaming Wicked on me? Like you had to watch?
I did. You were like, you have to watch these for the
Oh
Oscars.
yeah, I did tell you to watch. But yeah, I mean,
You never told to watch it back to
I mean,
back.
hey, I try to do my homework, unlike Jonathan.
I'm catching up.
Still lost.
But no, I enjoyed it. I feel like Spielberg kind of made it where like it was a musical, but he was able to kind of tell a story in between the musical numbers. And then yeah, there was a couple things where like once you guys were like, yeah, like dude, like they're supposed to be tough, but they're snapping and shit. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work.
I mean, it's more like just because they're like teenagers essentially.
Yeah.
They're acting like they're tougher than they really are because when they end up, like a spoiler alert.
Shit.
Nice.
When Riff ends up getting killed, they don't know what to do. They're
Yeah.
completely shocked. They're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this is the first time we actually.
Yeah, they're shocked.
we didn't mean for it to go this far.
Even though they had switchblades.
Yeah, we're about to be beating each other's ass. We were gonna kill people. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I give it a mid, but not like a bad mid. Like okay, like it's a solid movie. Like I was able to watch it, and I didn't feel like at any point where I was just like, fuck. Like
you
I felt
hate
like
your life.
yeah, like I felt like that with Wicked and Amelia Perez. I wanted to pull my eyeballs out, but like this one was okay.
I think your eyeballs are okay.
I think so. Hopefully they are okay because I need them to be able to see this glorious title sequence of some segment titled Film History.
Today in film history. Film history.
Film History! Film History!
God, I want to die.
Film History!
But today in film history. God. Okay. Today on March 30th, 1990. Anyway, on March 30th, 1992, The Silence of the Lambs becomes the first and only horror film to win Best Picture at the Oscars.
And the Oscar goes to The Silence of the Lambs. Edward Saxon, Kenneth Hart, and Ron Bowman.
Nice.
Wow.
That's a nice clip. I like that.
That was cool.
That was
Yeah,
actually very cool.
I felt like I was there.
Right?
I felt like I was sitting right next to Whoopi.
Like
But,
those transitions, man. You don't see those. In
Yeah, you don't see those.
That's
cross
that
the dogs.
90s graphic.
Yeah.
package right there.
But yeah, other awards won for the film were Best Director for Jonathan Demme,
Oh.
Best Actor for Anthony Hopkins, Best Father Beans, Best Actress for Jodie Foster, and Best Adapted
Nice.
Screenplay for Ted Talley.
Nice.
You guys ever seen this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, and Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor, even though he's probably in the movie for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, not in
Now-
there long.
Yeah.
She was really good in the last season of True Detective.
Oh yeah, she was great
Yeah.
in that. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Anthony Hopkins
Mm-hmm.
in that film was like Jesse Plemons in Civil War.
It's like in
Like-
terms of screen time.
Screen time, like very short, but made a huge impact.
Yeah, yeah,
on screen.
exactly. Yeah, I
Boom.
agree. Mm-hmm. Like do you think he was in the movie the
Right.
whole time?
Mhm.
Like he's
And I mean,
so
he was
good.
in damn near the trailers.
Yeah,
Like they really hyped it up, and it was just for it to be just like that.
But
yeah,
yeah, you guys have a favorite scene from that movie?
I mean, I think it's like when the what's the name when they're at the guy's house and he's like fucking like the ditch and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the jail scene is pretty iconic. I don't know, man. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm blanking. But
I got mine.
okay, go ahead.
My favorite scene is when they're in the dark and they
Oh, the
turn on the
infrared,
X-ray.
yeah.
I thought it was like not X-ray. It was
Mhm.
night vision. Like that was iconic. Like when I first saw that, I was like, "Whoa, I'd never seen this in a film."
It's creepy.
Yeah, it was creepy. And then like for you and like for the camera to like be the point of view of the person in the house and all that,
Mhm.
I was like, "Ooh, shit."
They got that little dog in there.
But yeah, that was my favorite scene.
How about you gonna say the part where he tucks it in? That's your favorite scene, Jonathan?
No, I kind of try to forget about it.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Great scene.
Oh,
but yeah,
goodness.
great movie overall.
Yeah.
But do you guys think there'll be eventually be another horror film that wins Best Picture? Because it's been a very long time since that
Yeah.
happened. I mean, we've had films like Get Out and The Substance recently
Mhm.
be nominated for Best Picture, but have no wins yet.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything has a kind of cycle,
Mm-hmm.
and I think there will be something. Somebody will create one. Somebody's going to create something that we haven't seen, and I know that's going to be pretty difficult to do.
Right.
But I think somebody will create something, and it'll be kind of undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's also like a snobbiness to it as well.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
horror, because
They don't
I feel like Toni Collette in Hereditary, like she should have definitely been at the Oscars for that movie because she was incredible in that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I hear,
Hereditary?
I hear it's really
Hereditary is
good.
really good.
Very
I've
good.
always like whenever I'm looking for something to watch, and I scroll over, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch it, but then I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, I see something else. But
Yeah.
Oh, I see the gorge.
The
No, it's out of the pit.
The pit. Oh, the pit.
okay, don't. First of all, you haven't even seen Remote, so who are you to even
The
fucking talk
Oscar-winning
about
film
movies?
Remote.
We shouldn't even
Yes.
fucking have your mic on since you haven't even seen Remote. Fucking loser. See Remote and then you can talk to me, buddy. But you know
I'm
what you
talking to you now.
but you know what you can talk to me about?
What can I talk to you about?
I think you got a nice new God fuck.
This is the news.
John Burgundy.
John Burgundy.
John Burgundy.
This is news with John Burgundy.
Bitches.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay.
I dropped your hat. I apologize.
Today on the news, we'll go over box office report.
Wow, look at that.
That's hold on. That's all three of us. We're gonna watch a movie in theaters.
That's it. I'm the one that left.
I'm the one with the popcorn.
Yeah, so you can fucking assault people.
Okay, you know what? Next thing.
And break people's
So-
arms.
We got number one. We got Snow White coming in at
Holy shit.
coming in at 42.2 million. Number two, we have Black Bag coming in at 4.3 million.
You tell
We
me
got
Black Bag made more than Captain America?
And then we have Captain America
Oh,
coming in
that's
at
sad,
4
bro.
million.
That's
But,
a slow
I mean,
weekend.
Slow.
when did Captain America come out? That was like a couple of weeks
A
ago,
month
wasn't it?
ago, over a month ago.
And you're surprised that it did better than Captain America still?
I mean, usually Marvel movies, they be number one
Oh,
for
well, yeah.
like weeks.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Or
they're
even
At least
then,
double
like a
digits.
month in, they be making still double
That's
digits.
right.
Still,
Sheesh.
4.4 million is wow.
That's
it's crazy. Okay, then we have number four, Novocaine coming at 3.7 million. And lastly, we got number 5, which is Mickey 17,
Oh, so it's
coming
like
at
a tie.
3.7 million. Yeah, tie and tie.
What do you guys think about Novocaine?
I haven't checked it out yet, but I think
looks interesting.
I like Jack Quaid.
Yeah, I think
I think it
it's
looks
worth a shot.
Fun.
Fun watch.
I know, like kind of like the kind of whole like nerdy guy becoming a badass, kind of tired out. But
Yeah,
I want to see him succeed.
I want to see him succeed too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that premise is a little like okay.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, he never dies, is what I know.
Then there's like another movie. Well, he can die. It is like he just doesn't feel pain.
There you go.
Yeah. But there's that other movie with Rami Malek coming out. That's kind of
The
not the
Amateur?
same. Yeah, the amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the same, but it's like still like nerdy guy like goes out to do a badass thing.
But see, I feel like Rami is more kind of like you can kind of believe him doing badass things.
No, I can't.
You don't think so? Over Jack Quaid?
Jack Quaid, I could believe him more.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
tall.
has that face.
He's taller.
Well, hold on.
Rami to me should always just be playing a weirdo.
Is it because he's in The
Yeah.
Boys that you think that, or
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
The
for me it
Boys?
is.
No, I think it's more just based on appearance. Like I'm not saying he's gonna be like John Wick.
But see, I think Remy would just stab you.
that's different to be the difference between like being a straight up killer and then like there's a badass like.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the same.
Okay. You're talking about Rabbi would be like the Jets, like that type of thing.
Rami's like the snake that like bites you when you're not paying attention.
I feel like I could beat Jack Quaid's ass.
You think you
Like
could-
the
you
actor
think you
or
can
like-
be Rami Malek's?
No, because Robbie Malek will beat his ass.
No, because he stabbed me. That's what I'm saying.
What if Jack Quaid had a knife?
I feel like I could wrestle the knife from Jack Quaid.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I would be like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want you to disrespect the spawn of Dennis Quaid. Like that.
Listen, I'm
Okay,
I don't
can-
mean to disrespect
Can
him.
we
dare.
come back to reality, Jamal, where you don't do any of that?
He'd bite.
Yeah,
Exactly. He'd bite.
yeah. If he's coming at me with a knife, I have to do whatever I can to stop him.
You 100% are not going to be doing all that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I never think of Rami Malek as a badass.
I didn't say he was.
But you say you find it more believable that he's a badass
Then Jack Quaid.
than Jack Quaid. I don't know
Yes.
about that.
I don't
I don't
know.
know about that.
It's just because Jack Quaid was in Scream.
What?
Wait, what does that have to do with like because he got killed?
And he was in The Boys.
Okay, so after seeing The Boys and seeing him in the one that we just came out, Companion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I know he can sort of play a badass more than Rami
You
Malek.
can play Dark.
Who?
Rami Malek. Both him and Jack Quaid can play Dark. Rami Malek can do it better, but
He did it in 007.
yeah.
Rami
he was
Malek, yeah.
bad, yeah.
Was in The Night at the Museum.
Oh, he was. He
Oh,
was the
gosh.
Egyptian dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
no.
You- You know how to. There's one way to settle this.
Okay.
MTV. We
No
need
badass.
fucking celebrity death match.
Jack Quaid versus Rami Malek.
Tell me that's not the way to settle this. That's not the way to settle this.
Well, man, Jack Quaid had Compound V. Then he just straight
Okay,
up
but that's
beat
shit. Okay, but what if he
that.
gets?
They would do that shit in the.
Well, and they would hack
the
him
show.
somehow, but like
Yeah.
just a robot.
He
He would hack his compound V, make him like a pussy or something. Remy Malek wins.
Oh God, but yeah, I like Jack Quaid, so I'll check it out soon.
Yeah,
When
I'm gonna check it
yeah.
out too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we ready for some news?
Well, you control it. You don't have to say, "Are we ready?" You just go to your slide.
Okay, fine. Well, Snow White, doomed from the start. Disney's live-action remake of Snow White released in March 21st, 2025, and has been surrounded by multiple controversies, notably involving lead actress Rachel Zegler.
You should have said Snow White snowed in.
Edward Snowden.
The fallout from Disney's Snow White
Like, okay, fuck you.
remake has been nothing short of a disaster, with the film struggling at the box office and facing heavy criticism from audiences and industry insiders alike. The film currently has an IMDb rating of 1.5 out of 10 and a Rotten Tomato score of 41%. on-set tensions between Rachel Zegler and her co-star Gal Gadot emerged reportedly stemming from different views on the Israel and Palestine conflict, and an incident involving a dismissive comment about Gadot after a Oscars appearance contributed to a strained relationship between the two actresses, as well as the film's box office performance was underwhelming, earning approximately 87 million globally against a production and marketing budget of $270 million.
You know how much money you had to spend for 80 million to be bad, the opening?
Yeah. And so it doesn't stop there. Jonah Platt, son of producer Mark Platt, publicly criticized Zegler's social media activities, suggesting they negatively impacted the film's commercial success. Despite these challenges, Zegler's portrayal of Snow White received positive reviews, with many praising her resilience and professionalism and surrounding controversies. Now, I ask you guys, is Zegler truly responsible for the film's failure, or is this just another example of the audience not wanting to see more of these classics being remade? Who wants to go first?
Look at me.
Well, it sounded like the director, was it the director talking about her social media?
It was a son's or a producer's son, actually.
The producer.
What the fuck does he know?
The producer, Mike Platt. He produced the film, and his son Jonah, his name.
Jonah Platt. Yes.
Yeah, Jonah was criticizing her on Instagram, and then but he deleted the post later because he thought that's not a good look.
That sounds like they're just trying to pass the blame.
Pass the blame. Yeah.
I mean, if people say she did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I heard nothing but people say she's like great in the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is we're kind of tired of seeing I don't think people are tired of seeing the classics remade. I think they're tired of seeing shitty classics. Not shitty classics, shitty remakes of classics. You know, I think like when you Lion King live action, you can toss that shit in the trash. Nobody's even fucking talking about Mufasa. Keep that shit in the fucking trash. All the other ones that they did,
Mulan, that one is not a remake. The Mufasa wasn't a remake.
I mean,
but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Spin off.
I just feel like if they actually spent time on them and not just dumped $200 million into this shit, and actually tried to make a good movie, what's the name? I think they would do better. But at this point, it's just a cash grab, and that's all these are going to be.
So what you're saying is, if they're going to do it right, and do it like with actual like trying to do it, not just like Alex said one time, like appealing to whatever the Twitter people want to see and all that, just do it. If you're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
Don't just try to make it easy and like make a quick buck.
Alec, what are your thoughts?
Well, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really speak on the quality of it at all. But I just think like people just saw the trailers and everything, and just like we're like, nope. And it's like, well, I think we'll pass on this remake. And I don't even think like Snow White is like I get it is important to the story of Disney and everything for sure. It's their first animated movie and everything. But it's also
got the midgets.
Yeah, they got the little got the little cave people.
No, they're called midgets.
I'm delayed on that. Stop it, Jamal.
Yes, the dwarves are in the movie. The dwarves.
Yes, the dwarves.
The dwarves are in the movie. And see, this is what Peter Dinklage was talking about.
Yes,
he's a fucking midget too. I mean, what?
Because of disrespect, Peter Dinklage said, "Nah, we will not have these.
No more."
No. But yeah, I also just think that Snow White is not as like
prominent,
relevant,
strong
as like some of the other princesses are for like, because Snow White's old as hell. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
and I don't think there's like many young girls that would say like Snow White is their favorite. Like they would say like
little girls ain't dressing up for Snow White.
Yeah, they say Ariel. Cinderella, of course.
Frozen.
Princess Frozen. Yeah, Elsa, Elsa.
What about
Princess Jasmine or like stuff like that? Like those are like
the Coco girl.
Yeah, like a lot of people would say, like the Coco girl.
Isn't there a girl in Coco?
There's not a girl in Coco. There's a little boy.
Bruh.
Who's the gay kid that they did? But they were like, oh, he's not gay.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
What are you talking? What?
They were like, oh, he's like, they were hinting at him being gay, but they were like, no, but he's not. He's like the fish guy.
The fish guy?
Yeah, the fish kid.
Are you talking about the Pixar
Luca?
movie?
Luca.
That's a Pixar movie.
Well, same thing.
But
That's
we're
not a
talking
Disney
We're talking
princess.
princess.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, anyway.
I'm gonna mute Mike.
But I think it's lame to so yeah, with all that in perspective, I think it's lame to like blame
100%.
some comments that she made like a couple of years ago on this. Because like I don't think she's wrong to have her opinion that the original film is outdated, but like I don't think she should have said it at her Disney Rant event.
Yeah, probably not.
I think I don't think that's
Lesson learned.
I don't think that's very smart to do, but she's definitely in the right to have that opinion about it. But but I also think this goes to show like they should just start making new movies with new princesses instead of just like regurgitating the old ones. You know, make it something new, and you know that like you want to put your own stamp on it.
But ChatGPT can't come up with that.
Oh, they definitely can. ChatGPT can come a lot of things. But yeah, that's my whole opinion on it. Then like the whole thing with the son, it's like you can nepo baby, fuck off, go away.
That was crazy to me. I was like, why do you need a? Never mind. I was
My
like,
daddy
Yeah.
left our home. Like, do you live with your father? They're like a grown ass man,
Yeah.
like 40 years old. But
he
like,
left the family home.
my daddy left our home so he can visit his 20-year-old star to delete her post. But I think it's badass that Rachel Zegler just stand 10 toes down on their statement, though.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So you think she'll
Crazy.
be in any more Disney movies?
Not in the foreseeable future, but I think she'll definitely still get work because I've
Of
seen
course.
something being like, Rachel Zegler is blacklisted now.
Yeah.
I've seen like a lot
I've heard about that,
A
yeah.
lot of articles are like trying to get at her, trying to like make her a scapegoat, which is a shame. But yeah, I think she'll still get plenty of work. I think she's gonna be in a play soon. Like
She
a
was
Broadway
in
play.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, she did a play
Recently, yeah.
But yeah, she's gonna be in a play soon. Yeah, she's gonna get work. She's very
Yeah,
talented.
should
Like
be
talented people usually stick around.
Marvel Studios has officially announced Avengers Doomsday is in production with a 5.5 hour long stream taking place on multiple platforms that took place in a closed studio set where every 20 minutes a director's chair featuring a single actor's name was revealed, culminating to an appearance by Robert Downey Jr., who will play the villain role of Doctor Doom. While the stream revealed names such as the return of X-Men actors Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, James Marsden, Rebecca Romaine, Kelsey Grammer, Channing Tatum, and Alan Cumming, ignited excitement for fans. Many were critical of the stream's overly long runtime and overwhelming way of revealing said cast. The stream ended up pulling over 275 million digital views and 3.1 million social interactions across all platforms. Does this change any feelings we have about the film? Is it going to be a success? Is it going to be bad? What do we think?
I mean, it's going to be a success because of what it is. You got Robert Downey Jr. returning, fucking sellout, to play Doctor Doom. He got his Oscar, and now he's fucking taking it back up the butt from fucking Marvel. So.
From the brothers.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, he's a villain. And this is to me, this is also their way to get Iron Man back in there. 5.5 hours to put some director chairs. Every
actors' names
with actors' names.
Yeah,
every 20 minutes. Kiss my fucking ass.
Now,
very lame presentation. I feel like
was there any like talking going on?
No,
that?
it was a silent like.
Oh, they just fucking that's
like
bullshit.
the chair would come out like every 20 minutes. You probably like hear like the theme song that had to do with the character they're playing, and then they bring out the chair, and then like that's it, and then for another 20 minutes, and then like you see the next chair. The actor's name.
I mean,
Frasier debut. Yeah, this is the debut of Frasier in the cinematic universe. I would rather see a Frasier movie set during the events of Marvel, of like Avengers movie.
we're gonna get Seinfeld.
No.
He's like doing his therapy shit, and then he's like all of a sudden you see like Captain America and Iron Man fly by.
He's their therapist.
He's
No.
their therapist, yeah.
I wanted to add something to what you had said, Jamal, because my understanding, or what I always thought, was that the Russo brothers reached out to Robert Downey Jr. asking if he could be part of the role and like come back to the MCU and all that. But I saw a recent interview where they were where the Russo brothers were talking. They were like that Robert Downey Jr. actually reached out to them first, and so you might not be so far off on the sell off.
That's what I'm saying. Like to me, it's
Sell
like
out.
he got his Oscar.
Yep.
And then it was like, all right.
I'm sure he wanted to return, but I heard that the whole Doctor Doom thing was Kevin Feige's idea, the head of Marvel.
Right.
So I'm sure he would have been more than happy to come back as Iron Man, like an alternate version of Iron Man, which I would have been more fine with because that's the fucking character he should be playing. But
I definitely think he's gonna make an appearance as Iron Man.
let's see.
Like they're
we'll see.
100%.
We're gonna see two Robert Downey Jr.'s going off on each other.
I think so, right?
Or
Whoa.
What?
Pause.
What?
No, did he?
my heart just like I'm having palpitations now. I'm thinking about it. Oh. Sounds so fucking bad.
Shit, I thought you were like having a heart attack.
I legit thought, I was like, should I call the ambulance?
I technically did,
Like,
but in a funny way.
like we're gonna stream Alec's death
We're not even streaming.
right here on the
recording
fucking-
Alex
We're gonna record Alex's death.
and like me and Jonathan didn't move at all.
And
Yeah,
but
so, like,
you're probably gonna see my death when we react to the trailer when it eventually comes out next year, whatever.
when is this supposed to come out?
Next year.
Next year, yeah.
But they also are bringing back the X-Men.
Yep.
We're gonna see these geezers return as X-Men May
That's
2026. Yeah, that's a fast ass turnaround time.
That
Jesus
is.
Christ.
They
But haven't even
usually
started
take
filming
forever.
yet. But,
Well, because they're like, fuck, we need to
we need
bring out,
something.
yeah.
Captain America's making like nickels at the box office. But no, they're bringing back the actors from the original X-Men movies,
Yeah,
like Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. The only one that really got me excited was Alan Cumming because he played a Nightcrawler in
Yeah.
X-Men 2. That was like my favorite character.
I always
from
hated
that movie.
I always hated that they brought him in X-Men 2.
The brother
Then in X-Men
never
3,
came
we-
back.
yeah.
Yeah. But now he's returning. I like to see it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
But I'm also looking at like, you're 60 years old.
Oh shit. Alan Cumming?
Yeah, he's like 60 years old. He looks good. I'm just saying, like, yeah, dude, like, I'm just like, should we just keep getting excited about
Definitely not
these
doing his own
old
stunts.
people like coming back for these roles like years later down the line? It's more like, I don't know.
I
I'm
told
more.
y'all that.
No, I'm not like that way. It's more exciting.
Sure, Jamal.
It's more exciting to see like we have a new Fantastic Four. But
We
we're
do.
still regurgitating the same X-Men people.
Yeah,
I'd just
but-
rather see like new actors. Like
Pedro's 50.
I'm not
Well-
not in that sense of like the
Like
age
new
of that
characters,
character,
like
a
new
newer
actors,
character. I'm
yeah.
just like I'd
New
rather
version.
see
Geriatric supers.
actors.
No.
I'd rather see like new actors take on these characters.
I
instead
feel
of,
like-
because I feel like they're like okay, like we need to move on from Hugh Jackman. We need to move.
Oh,
on.
he'll be in it.
Oh, he's gonna be in it, I'm sure. But I'm like, I'm just like, I just think at this point we're like, we need to move on. We've had our time with him, with Logan and everything.
Right.
I was like, can we just move on to a new guy?
I feel like they tried doing it with X-Men First Class and they did it for like a while, but I guess like it didn't stick or something, or like I don't know. In their minds,
It would have been way more hype if they brought back James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. I feel like
yeah.
that would have been awesome. But
Yeah.
not bringing back 80-something-year-old Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. Patrick Stewart's gonna die again for the 5th time on screen. And I'm supposed to be sad over that. Like I've seen him die like 4 times in a movie. Like I'm supposed to be crying.
Why
when
do
he
they
dies.
keep doing
Like he had the
this to
perfect
me?
death in Logan, then like all of a sudden like oh he's dead again.
And see that's kind of like my problem with like Marvel.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean? I can't share my opinion.
No, he's
I-
you're dropping no, you're gonna rant.
No. I'm not gonna rant. I'm gonna keep it short. But I just feel like it's kind of like what you're saying, Alec. It's like he died in Logan. We don't need to see anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then it's like
Yeah, I have no problem with old actors playing superheroes. That's perfectly fine. I was
Yeah.
more like, can we just like move on?
It's
to,
like they're
new
just
people.
They're just like creating their own. They're rewriting. They're Fast and the Furiousing the fucking movies
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because Han fucking died. We saw it. We saw the motherfucker die, and it was like, nope, he's back.
No, you
no,
didn't.
no, he's dead.
No, we
And
didn't.
then- And then
Some
it's
kind of convoluted ass way he came back.
Yeah.
So you know,
Like, it was very, very stupid the way he came back.
it almost just feels like they're just circling the wagon.
Exactly. Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean?
But how do you think the Russo brothers are gonna do with this movie? Because their track record since Endgame has been ass.
No,
That's not even like a hyperbole. Like
Well, that
straight up, no one likes their movies.
that tells you what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Because I heard the head of Marvel, Kevin Feige, is very worried because how the Electric State.
Well, why would he choose them?
Because they made their biggest movies of
Yeah.
all time.
Well,
And,
that's
like,
that's his fault.
Avengers.
Then.
It is his fault, but it's also like I get like in this time for Marvel movies, they're at their lowest.
Kevin Feige's the white guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the hat. He's
No,
always wearing
no,
the hat.
The black fight.
The what's the name? The actor.
No, that's Happy. You're thinking about
What, Jon
Jon
Favreau?
Favreau.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm about to say the white guy. Like, yeah, Kevin Feige's white.
Yeah. Well, that's the only people that can run. Fucking.
But but no, I was like just thinking like, yeah, I get it why they brought him back, why they brought Robert Downey Jr. back, because they made their best films, their highest grossing films. So I get like bringing them back is like feels like, oh, we're in safe hands now again. Seeing their track record is like, I don't think we're in good hands, and this movie feels like it's getting like sloppily put together real quick just because they need like their return to their former glory. But I think
Do you
they
think?
reached their peak.
Do you think Superman is kind of putting pressure on them? Because Superman's gonna kill it at the box office, right?
I mean, it has a former employee of theirs, James Gunn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you
Yeah.
think that kind of has them like in scramble mode of like RDJ, hey, you want to come back? All these other people,
Mhm.
and then that's probably why they're such a quick turnaround.
I can see it, but also I just think they're just thinking about like just their slate of movies that they had plans for, and then COVID happened, the whole Jonathan Majors thing really sidelined with their plans for
Yeah,
sure.
We haven't
Like
even talked about Jonathan.
we
Majors.
No.
just like the whole restructure of their entire universe.
Now, let me ask you guys this question.
Yeah.
Would it be wrong or bad of me that I pray that they do terrible at the box office with this next Avengers movie? Because then that'll prove that the Russo brothers really truly suck. And two, the Marvel is done for.
I feel like if
Yeah.
the reactions are the same as they have been for the last couple of movies, then I'll be like, yeah, and like it's kind of like wrap it up in a way,
Yeah.
or try something different, step away from the whole big overly expensive CGI extravaganzas you guys usually do.
Like, get away from the fucking universe shit.
Yeah, the multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely need to get
Yeah.
out of there because it's been a mess.
We recently watched a film recommended by Alec. Oh wait, sorry, I need to do this first.
Spoiler!
All right, so we recently watched a movie recommended by Alec named Alec.
Yeah, it's called The Great Silence.
The Great Silence. It was a spaghetti
El
western.
Grande Silencio, as the Italians
Yes.
would say.
Was this movie Italian?
Made by Italians, and it was dubbed over. Yeah, it was spaghetti western.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was one of my notes.
I knew you'd probably say something about the dubbing.
That was one of my notes because
It's a spaghetti western, like that's expected.
well, but so it because
So you did the wrong thing of watching it in English. I actually watched it in Italian so I can understand it more.
no, you didn't. Anyway, but
Okay,
So
no.
Alec, The Great Silence.
Yes.
Oh, give us a little, I guess, like
Oh, I
preface
was
or
like-
something. Yeah, sorry.
I'm about to say, what about it? But Great Silence is a spaghetti western from 1968. It's directed by Sergio Corbucci. That's like a big influence on
Oh shit.
there he is. It's Klaus
Yeah.
Kinski as Loco.
Yes.
and he's a bounty hunter killer. But yeah, that's also Silence, and it focuses on the character right there. His name is Silence, and he's sort of like this outlaw guy, kind of like this badass, and comes across this group, and he joins up with a team of other outlaws that are fighting up against bounty killers, and the bounty killers are just going around killing, the outlaws and everything. And it's sort of about that, and it's kind of like a subverted take on the Western genre. Like you see a lot of like stuff you would see in a Western, but then it's like the most grim, gritty version of a Western. Like all the kills are just like bloody and like messy, and then you just see characters being like the most cruel people you ever seen. It's probably like how they probably really were back then. It is like they're just all just out there trying to survive, and like their morals are just like all fucked up, and they're just doing anything they can just to survive and make it to their next day, because like you didn't really become old in that time. You probably died by like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say spaghetti western for people, what does that mean?
Basically just means like a Western made in Italy, or like Italian filmmakers making it.
Right.
So it is more, in a way, they're kind of like more over the top. They're more violent, probably a little more sexual. And then of course, they're famous for having the dubbing, because they didn't really have to use like audio back then, because like that's expensive. So they made it on more. It's easier for them to do it because it's cheaper.
Right. And because back then, Hollywood was the big norm, and Hollywood had the basically the Western thing first. So then like people wouldn't get confused of like a Hollywood Western versus the Italian Western. They named it.
I mean, you see guys
Western.
like Tarantino references like all the time.
Right.
He does it. Spaghetti Western references all the time in his movies. Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Hateful Eight. There's like parts of spaghetti westerns and Kill Bill. Even it's like all over his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I watched it this morning, and now understanding that it was in Italian, and that the fucking ADR was supposed to be like that, because I was like, oh, okay, so they probably just dubbed over it because it was cheaper. And then at one point I had like rewinded it or something, or paused it, and then shit got out of sync, and I thought that was like in the movie. So now I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? And then I stopped it, started again, and it resunk, and I was like, okay, so, but I have some notes.
No, he wrote notes for this one.
I
hope it's good notes.
Well, don't get your hopes up.
Uh-oh.
They're very bare minimum, like a sentence, if anything. I said the shit trick was funny. Where he's taking a shit.
Oh.
And then he shoots him. I was actually a little confused on like who was the main character. Because now hearing you talk about it, Silence, obviously the Gray Silence, he is the main character. But we don't really see him that much.
Yeah, we don't see him that much. But it's like feel like it's also supposed to be a play on Clint Eastwood characters. The Man with No Name character, because like even those movies, he's like kind of not there, but he's also there at the same time. Especially like in Good, Bad, the Ugly, because they're focusing on like two other guys in that movie as well. And but also I feel like it also serves at a point like that they're both technically bad people, but they both think they're like also doing like good in their own ways.
Right.
Besides the villain Loco, like the bounty killer, like he's just a straight up savage. He just like loves like doing what he does to people. He's like torturing them and shit. But also like not to his extent, but like Silence like only like trying to like forces people to like to raise their gun at him.
To attack first.
Give him an excuse to like shoot him.
I will say that the scene where he walks into the saloon and he throws the match into his drink, it was like the tension there. I said the scene, and this is before I knew his name was Silence.
Yeah.
The scene between Mute and Blondie in the bar was good tension. The fight scene was Not sure about that log shot where he hits him with the log and he goes flying through the door.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought like Silence walking in, throwing the match in his drink. I thought that was built up pretty nice. And then it just escalates to where he throws his cigar or whatever he's smoking.
Yeah.
Into his drink too, and then they get into their deal. I also wrote like, is this a satire?
No, I wouldn't call it satire at all.
Okay.
I would say it's more of a cynical view of the Western.
And then this is just I just wrote this down. The dead people that they hung on the carriage, you could see their breath when they were laying on the thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then I just started thinking about like, man, like back then, like some of the shots like they look very nice, but then some are like run and gun, and it's just like we just got to get the shot.
I like it.
And so then that was also kind of
messy.
that was also kind of like the tie-in too, like with like the dialogue where I'm like, I wonder like how long it took them to shoot this because it didn't seem like it took a lot.
Probably did take a lot of like time. Yeah, they're like going on the high mountains and doing like real like slow zoom-ins on like carriages and shit, and horses like going down mountains like that. I feel like stuff like that takes like a lot of time to set up.
It's
hours of takes and stuff like that.
It's beautiful. Sorry.
River conditions horrendous. Yeah, probably like they probably were in hell while making that movie. Honestly,
it's beautifully shot. Like, it looks nice. Yeah, I was just a little confused on like who the main character was, and then like if what's his name, Loco.
Yeah, Loco. Yeah.
Like if Loco was like a good guy, or the bad guy. But then you kind of see it like once what's his name comes to like the widow, and he's kind of protecting her. I will say that scene was pretty gruesome. They burned his hand, and then I'm like, oh shit, that's his fucking hand. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was decent. I could definitely see like it was some inspiration for like Tarantino, for like you said, like Hateful Eight and Django. Yeah.
What do you think, Don?
I really liked it. I liked a lot of the shots, especially like the pure white and like the wide shots. They used a lot of wide shots to kind of like show, yeah, we're out here in nature. This is not fake. You know what I mean? Because you there like you can see the mountains and like you can see the tiny person right in the screen because like they're so wide. But it just looks beautiful. Like that you can be on location and all that. And that like a lot of those scenes often did remind me of Quentin Tarantino, especially the Hateful Eight with like all those snowy scenes and all that, and even like the bar. There was like a cabin scene as well.
Yeah, I'm about to say going up to the carriage looks like they're going up to Minnie's haberdashery.
Yes,
they might as well.
Yes,
going up there.
And then I like the story or the backstory of Great Silence.
Yeah, of
why they call him Great Silence, and at the same time why he doesn't talk at all. Because for the good majority of the movie, you're like, why doesn't he say anything? Like he just like Jamal says, mute. But then like now, yeah, they since we're in spoiler already, they cut his tongue off, and I was like, oh shit, like as a kid and all that. And so now we understand why he goes and like technically avenges for people, right? He doesn't go and like just kills people. They're like, avenge this person for me, okay? And like he waits for them to attack first, because he knows that they're like bad people and that they'll always like attack first, and he's just defending himself, right? I like the tagline of wherever he goes, the sound of, what is it? The death of silence follows, or something like that.
Silence follows them.
Silent, yeah. And that was pretty good.
But isn't he a bounty hunter?
No,
the outlaw.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he's not a bounty hunter. He kills bounty hunters.
Yeah,
isn't
Loco's
it?
the bounty hunter.
But so then, what's the point of like antagonizing them to get them to shoot first? You know what I mean? Like if he knows that they're bad people.
Now I could be wrong, but I feel it of like this: bounty hunters aren't necessarily bad people, but a lot of them just do it the wrong way or go about it going wrong.
Oh yeah,
like
Loco
they don't have morals.
Loco in his game was very corrupt.
Yeah, and so they kind of go about it when he talked to the sheriff. Remember, the sheriff was like, "Oh, I have the money, give me the money or whatever." And he's like, "No, because you're a bad person." It's like, "Why? I'm a bounty hunter. What I do is uphold the laws." No, you go about it wrong. And so
there's also like a moral code.
Yeah,
that I feel like they usually try to hold up to, Not like they're just going sake to killing for the sake of killing. Like you need to have a reason to like raise your gun at somebody and shoot them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Loco doesn't mind shooting people in the back and all that. Going
Well, that's why he
crazy.
got thrown in jail though,
Yeah.
because the sheriff was shoot people in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I like that scene when like the sheriff and Great Silence have the little shoot off thing, like,
Yeah.
oh, you're good, huh? I'm pretty fast too, the little thing.
Yeah.
And I think up until like the Hateful Eight first, I always seen westerns as like the sunny, hot deserts type of westerns, like Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Mhm.
That's what I always thought westerns were like, just like that. Because the only quote unquote westerns that I've seen was like Back to the Future Part 3, and back then. So then I was like, oh, I don't really.
Is that a western?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It takes place
It's
in
definitely a
Western
western.
time.
Yeah.
They took it back in
95%
time.
of that movie's in the in
Yeah.
the West.
That's why I consider it a western. But you know what I mean? Like I didn't watch westerns growing up, but that was what I kind of had.
Yeah.
And so that wasn't the best western for me. But now watching like the Great Silence, I'm like, okay, I think I can really get into this genre. And then watching the Hateful Eight and all these other ones.
There's a lot of great.
So
a lot of great westerns to watch.
definitely want to check those out as well.
Mhm.
I just found it funny that like Silence, he avenged the husband of that widow, and he's like, "Now come over here and repay me."
Okay, don't say it like that.
Well, he didn't
No,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah.
He didn't say it like that. I'm sorry.
Not wrong.
But let's just say he had his payment.
Yeah. And then I remember the first time I watched this movie. It was like a few years ago, and my friend picked it up. He was like, "This movie looks cool," and it got good reviews. So I was like, "All right, let's watch it." And I was just like locked in just from the beginning, just like the fucking after the whole shootout, and then like the theme song, the opening credits
Yeah.
happen, and the score is like Ennio Morricone, just like one of the greatest ever, if not the greatest. Like he's done scores for like all the old westerns with Clint Eastwood, Sergio Leone, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He's the one that did that.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Anyways,
I'm kidding.
And he scored. He even scored The Hateful Eight. That was like the last
Oh, wow.
movie he scored for. So that must have been a dream for Tarantino to like
Of course.
work with somebody like that. But I love that score just because it's like so somber and like kind of like cozy, but also like haunting at the same time.
Yeah.
It is like it's a complete subversion of like what you hear from other westerns, and then like it all culminates into the ending of the film, was like completely floored me. I was like, oh shit,
Yes.
he's dead.
Yeah. No.
Did he just get shot in the head?
So
bruh?
I was gonna say because not to cut you off, but that ending I did not expect,
Yeah.
and it reminded me so much of No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Of like,
Mhm.
I was like, this is the ending. I
Mhm.
fully expected that the sheriff was gonna come back and finish the job.
Mhm.
That's what I was expecting, because I know he fell through the ice, but I was like, he might have like was able to get out, wetsuit, bam, bam, bam,
Mhm.
finish Loco off. But
Mhm.
yeah, now you may continue.
Yeah. But the ending, it is like so good and so unexpected. Just the way, like thinking like, oh, okay, it's gonna go this way, obviously, but then it's like, no, I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna kill your fucking love interest, and then I'm gonna obliterate everyone else in this bar.
Yeah, that was.
And
that
even
was
even though those guys were more than willing to like turn themselves in, when they're like, oh god, we're gonna die now. And then it's just like so brutal and surprising. And now that you say that, like they actually filmed an alternate version where Silence and everybody survives. Because I guess from like screenings and all that, people watching it thought it was like way too goddamn bleak and sad.
It was like a massacre.
Yeah, it's a massacre. Yeah, people were like, "Wait, that's not how you do a western." And then and I guess he like filmed a happier ending for the studio, is to make them happy. But then like when they released more, it's like, okay, we're putting it back to the original ending because fuck that. 'Cause this is what I want to do. So that's cool. But yeah, they filmed a happier ending. I think I saw it on the Blu-ray that I have. That is a really cool ending, really fun ending to watch. And just like such a good movie. I just love the mood of it, and it's like it makes me feel cold. It makes me feel cold inside, and I like that feeling. The ending hit different. Do hit different. That's right. And I just absolutely love this movie. I give it that peak cinema.
It's almost like Silence. Like he was on borrowed time. When what's her name, the widow runs back into the barn or whatever he's at, and it's like, well, he can't shoot with his right hand. His hand is fucked. And then something else had happened to him, right? Before he goes and get killed. What happened? Like his hand happens, and then didn't like something else happen to him?
Yeah, I mean, he
got shot in the hand too.
Oh yeah, he got shot in the hand.
Yeah, like right before, because he was gonna like, even though his hand was burning, he was gonna try to like go for it, but Loco shot his hand, or his finger, whatever it was.
And then just offing everybody at the end was just like, damn, all right.
I will say this. I will say this. I'm not one for like bleak endings, so definitely like that kind of made me score at a mid peak. Like I don't know. I always like the hero winning in the end. I know that's cliche, whatever, but not. But I really like Silence, so I didn't like want him to die.
I want my goat to die.
Exactly. I was like, he ain't going down like this.
Stand 10 toes down right now.
Shoot him with your toes.
But absolutely love this movie. I think it's a good take on what a Western could be. And it's like, I think the director he was like, you know what, America is founded on violence and just being nasty. Might as well make a Western about that instead of like the typical usual thing around that. So
yeah,
I gave it a mid.
After all that, I gave it a mid. Did a button. Yeah.
Like I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was just little things where I was just kind of like, okay, a little confusing there, but yeah.
Cool. Permanently silent. He was compromised to a permanent silence.
Yes. Oh,
but yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Of course.
Well, that now concludes Alec's 2-movie run.
Yes.
From cheating at the Oscars. And so now,
okay.
So now Jonathan,
yep,
is the next to choose a film. And Jonathan, what will we be watching?
We will be watching an old film.
Oh, nice! Look at this.
Here we
got
go.
a countdown. Oh shit!
Oh, fuck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are watching
North by Northwest.
I'm so proud of you.
So, I was looking up because I was
Hitchcock.
having a super hard time, and then I was trying. At first, I was gonna choose one that was on
God.
what was it, like 1977? I think I told you, right?
Yeah.
And then you were like, no, before that, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I was okay with my first pick, but I like
Yeah.
my second pick way more. You guys want to know what my first pick was?
What was it?
Have you guys heard of The Car? It was a horror film.
I don't think so. No.
So The Car is a reference, or they made a reference to it in Futurama, which is why I wanted to watch the original. Of like it's a
Wait.
haunted car.
Wait, hold on.
essentially.
That sounds badass. Hold up.
It was a haunted car, and that's all I know. Because again, they made a reference to it in Futurama, like a whole ass episode. So I wanted to watch the original. But anyways, we could probably do that at a different time.
That sounds sick.
But I chose North by Northwest. Okay, fine. Josh helped me choose it because I've always wanted to watch this film, but never had the time to like
Didn't have the
watch it.
bandwidth.
Like I could never push myself to actually watch it.
Yeah.
But I've always heard that this was like the original idea for like what is it, 007? Or like a spy movie essentially, or something like that.
I wouldn't say the inspiration, but it's definitely a James Bond-esque type.
Yes,
film.
there you go. It's not
It's basically like Hitchcock made a James Bond movie.
right.
Yeah.
And do you guys mind if I read the premise or like the thing?
Yes, please.
Okay, so it's a New York City advertising executive goes on the run after being mistaken for a government agent by a group of foreign spies and falls for a woman whose loyalties he begins to doubt.
Yeah, it's a great action adventure film.
Nice.
For sure.
I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Jamal,
I hope you guys
are.
where can we watch this?
Well,
you don't have anything to say about the movie?
I just know the scene where like he's running and then the helicopter comes and he falls
the plane,
down.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
well, fellas, we can watch it on
Tubi.
Tubi or even
Tubi got some bangers.
or I think a friend of ours, Johnny Depp, can help us find it.
Why don't you just? Do you have the Just Watch app?
Huh?
You have the Just Watch app?
What is that?
All right. You okay? I don't even know why I'm asking. It took you forever just to get one app.
No.
So
Okay. But we could. I checked it. We can watch it with Johnny Depp.
what are you?
Alec gets it.
Johnny Depp.
Let me search it for our viewers here.
Yes.
Where they
but
can.
yeah.
Oh, that way they can watch it too. Yes.
How many Hitchcock movies have you guys seen?
Vertigo 1.
Yeah.
I've seen Vertigo.
I think just that one for me.
I feel like I've seen some. Damn, this thing isn't anywhere actually.
Psycho.
I feel like
I haven't seen
I feel like I
Psycho.
may have started Psycho.
I've seen American Psycho.
I've seen 7.
I think a lot. I've seen like
7?
Rear Window, The Birds.
I feel like
I
have
want to
seen
watch The Birds too. Damn it! I need to go on Alfred Hitchcock.
So it's on Amazon for $3.79. It's on
Yeah.
Apple TV for $3.99. Google Play and YouTube for $3.99. Fandango at home. Tubi has it for free. Josh is saying.
Yes.
So don't buy it. Watch it for free on
Yes.
Tubi. It
You
is.
can also buy it on Blu-ray for $5. I don't know if that's what it actually costs, but buy it physically. Support your local physical media store.
That's true. That's true.
I don't
Don't
like
you?
them.
I don't like it. Yeah, exactly. I'm a shill, goddammit.
It's 2 hours, 2 hours and 16 minutes. It's a mystery and thriller, action and adventure
All in
drama.
one.
Well,
Thank
people,
you.
that is it. That concludes this episode of Two Cinema with Love. Now, this one was fun. We will be watching North by Northwest, so
Yes.
feel free to watch it with us and leave a comment if you like it.
Yes.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us and spread the word because we're just 4 guys trying to do a podcast
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
for the love of the motherfucking game.
Mhm.
For sure.
You know who else loves the motherfucking game? This guy right here.
Like the rapper of the game.
No, this guy. And then Jake Gyllenhaal because they have a play called Othello. And so that, ladies and
people
gentlemen,
watching
we're
this
getting out of here. We're getting out of here. Good night.
People watching
Get out,
this
get out.
podcast are gonna think you only know 2 actors.
And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Please though.
Fuck them.
Bye.
Our fans.